Kelly. You're on the line with David.
David Cook.
Hey, Kelly, what's up, man?
How you doing, stud man? Long time no talk.
I know, right? I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine. Bet you've never talked with a DJ who owns his own radio station, have you?
This is the first.
All right, yeah, we've got a little webcast going here, and I gotta say, the web's really kind of catching on, so thanks for taking the time to talk to our little audience here at KCRadio.com.
Oh, man, my pleasure.
I'm working out of my basement now, and I just want to say I highly recommend doing a job from the basement in your jammies.
If I could pull that one off doing this, I would do it.
Yeah, I know. So I had a blast hosting your party at Blue Springs South. That was, man, good times. I mean, you can't beat that.
Man, and I can't thank you enough for doing it. That was such a cool thing to be a part of, and so everybody involved, man, I owe a huge thank you to.
Yeah, I thought I was hot snot when I got a job in radio here, and I went back to Poplar Bluff Senior High. So that was you.
There you go.
You had to be on the top of the world, but I don't think you had your parade going. And I told I don't know if what happened, but people at Fox 4 said, well, just go up there and kind of kill some time until the parade, kind of gets going. I wasn't really coordinated with them, but I also wasn't really coordinated with the Blue Springs people. And long story short is I was really on television for about 45 minutes waiting for your arrival. Let's see. I was Caesarean born. I broke a bone. I didn't know what to say, but it was a good time. So thanks again for letting me do that. Too cool.
Oh, man, my pleasure.
We talked to you in the production room, and you probably don't remember. That was it's like a wedding day for me. I don't know what happened, but we were talking a little bit. I think musically, that you winning American Idol was the World Series for this town. I mean, the Super Bowl, everything. I don't know if you do you get a sense of how big that was for our city? Because I was in the middle of the crowd for the Power and Light District, and I was in tears.
Dude.
It was just the most incredible. Did you get a sense of how big it was here?
It's really funny. I've gone back and kind of watched some viral videos of it, and watching it, I can feel kind of this real substantive moment, where it's just like everything kind of hit at once. And so I think looking back on it now, I can kind of see the forest for the trees. I see the relevance of it and the brevity of it, but at the time it was just everything happened so fast, and I was just so happy to be home that it was kind of hard to take everything in.
Yeah, I had read where you said your favorite show was that sold-out performance. I guess the first one at the Sprint Center?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Cool, just cool feeling being up there. You saw some people and yet you just totally rocked.
Well, I was joking around with my brother the other day. It was great just to not only go out on stage to a packed house of like 18,000 people, but to see friends and see family and see the people when I was in high school and college and stuff that's saying like, man, you're never going to make it. That was fun because then it's like, oh, great, because they bought a ticket too. So
exactly.
It's all part of the fun.
And I remember back in the day, there was only one DJ in town who was pimping the Axiom shows. I don't know if you remember who that was. I'm not going to bring up anything, but
hint, nudge. Yeah, I remember.
I guess you heard your mom and I kind of have a thing going on.
Yeah, I heard about that. What is that about?
She calls, she emails, she stays in touch, and I think she got the sense that I was kind of the real deal trying to back you, because really the first time I saw it, no one caught on to who you were the first day on an Idol, and I said, it hit me at like 1 in the morning, and I said, David Cook, I know that. Where do I know that? And then it kind of clicked with Summer, Summer Ryder.
Absolutely.
And at 1 o'clock in the morning, I pop out of bed. I woke my wife up and said, it's that guy! And I went down and I looked through and I found my Axiom I got a couple of Axiom CDs in my library. Opened it up and said, that's him! That's David Cook! And then I went on the air with it, and then it just blew up in town. I said, oh, we got a hero here. So that was too cool.
Yeah, no, it was I'll tell you what, I loved being an Axiom and really growing up in the Kansas City scene, and so it's been fun to kind of clue people in, about the Kansas City music scene, and really just Kansas City in general. Everybody that I've talked to that has visited there since Idol or whatever, everybody has had nothing but nice things to say about it. And actually, some of the Idol production staff have just raved about the plaza and the barbecue and all that good stuff.
Right. Well, it's been a tough year to be a sports fan in this town, but you still keep wearing the Chiefs caps and the Royals caps. So props to you, bro. Way to go.
Hey, absolutely. I don't have any fair weather in me. In fact, I'm currently wearing my Mizzou Tigers hat, even though the football season's over. But it happens.
We got some people listening online in Columbia right now, and your buddies with Tony Gonzalez now, right?
We are firm karaoke buddies.
Of the celebrities you've met like that, or just, it doesn't have to be a singer, actor, or, whatever, who do you consider to be your best friend at this point in your career?
My best friend, I'm lucky. My best friends are the same people that were my best friends before, and that's, the guys in my band and the people from Kansas City and the people from Tulsa and everywhere in between. I'm fortunate. I think, the friends that I managed to surround myself with before Idol haven't really changed. I mean, they still give me, the same amount of crap that they gave me before. So.
Good. We're trying to keep you balanced, man.
Exactly.
Bring balance to your force. I mentioned this on the show, and we get emails and calls, from everywhere, and it hits the websites. But Mrs. Oni's class, Alton Hall Elementary, Gallery, Ohio, listening online today. They want to know, what was your favorite book when you were a kid?
Favorite book when I was a kid? The only one I can really remember, so it probably makes it my favorite, was Make Way for Ducklings.
Really?
Yeah. And I still remember I had the hardback. It was a green cover with the black and white ducks on it.
Good. And was it a pop-up book?
I don't believe so.
No. If it wasn't a pop-up, I probably didn't read it, so that didn't strike a bell. All right. Mallory wrote, when can we expect you to release tour dates, and are you hitting up Alabama?
You can expect tour dates, Mallory. I'm going to say very soon. I don't know an exact time frame, but obviously, we want to get out on the road as soon as possible. So, per that, dates will be out as soon as possible. And as far as Alabama, I don't know. I hope so. If not this round, definitely the next one.
Do you like the big venues, or do you still like the small, intimate settings? I know at one time,
they both have perks. I think with the big setting, it's kind of hard not to get into it. It's kind of hard not to feel out an audience because with 18,000 people, stands to reason there's going to be at least a decent vibe in the room.
Right.
But there is something that I really look forward to about getting back in front of the smaller crowds and making it feel more, like you said, more intimate. Right. I always joke around that one of these days I'm just going to sneak off for a few days and go play an acoustic gig somewhere.
And you're a small gig like that, you can always get some chick's number pretty easy, so that's nice.
No. That's what they tell me.
Let's see. Antoinette wants to know, what's the most surreal, crazy, wacky thing that's happened to you since you won American Idol?
Ooh, I bought a house. That's the most surreal thing. Yeah, for somebody who had to pay off 6 months of back rent while I was on the show, and to be able to buy a house now is pretty cool.
Oh, that feels so good to hear you say that. You have no idea.
Yeah.
That is. It's so cool to see. And I know you're a good guy, so to have a good guy say something like that means the world. Final question for the listeners. Dinky wants to know how you came up with the name for your dog. What is your dog's name? I don't know what it is.
I just got a brand new puppy. He's a Scottish Terrier, and I named him Dublin. And apparently it's not an obvious joke, but I thought it'd be funny to name a Scotty, a city in Ireland. So, so yeah, that's pretty much how I came up with it.
Yeah, all right.
The brightest joke in the world, but it happened.
It's starting to make a lot of nonsense. I got it now. Okay.
Right, exactly.
David, whenever I'm out of town, this is from me, I miss Kansas City restaurants. There's something about Kansas City food, and food reminds me of here, back home. If you were here in town right now, what restaurant would David Cook be hanging at?
Well, I don't. There's a couple places as far as restaurants go. Hickory Pit Barbecue in Lee Summit.
Okay.
The best barbecue sausage I've ever had in my life. So.
All right.
And then as far as just food in general, any of the many quick trip establishments in the Kansas City area.
Hey, so you really did eat in style when you were back here. Come on.
Absolutely.
I was not expecting Quick Trip there. Well, David Cook, it's an honor to have you on the show. I just started this show here, streaming here Monday, and up until now, Clay Buchholz, the Red Sox pitcher, was the biggest celeb we had on the show. I think you've trumped him. You're the man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Honor to have you here, and I just, whenever you come back to town, I ask one thing. I want to be the official David Cook DJ for anything you do here, okay?
I love the idea of it. Let's make it happen.
Before you go, I know you have this announcement you want to make to the world. I'll let you say it right now.
Hey everyone, this is David Cook, and my favorite station on the web is KCRadio.com.
That's what I wanted to hear. I think a radio station is born today. Thanks for helping me go viral. And when you come back to town, I'm going to hook up with Andrew, and we'll get together, maybe hang out here in the studio, okay?
All right, take care, Kelly.
Hi, this is David Cook from American Idol, and here's my Kelly Urick grunt.
I'm going to have his mom call the show tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking about all you freaks. This is great. Thanks so much for checking us out.
KCRadio.com